evening. How's everyone doing? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna flip the camera. Hi, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for joining.
I'm joining too.
You're joining too. Yay, he's joining too. How's everyone doing? Welcome. Howdy dowdy. What'd you say? Hello. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm so glad that you guys are joining for this scope, obviously to do blood sugar checks, but I also wanted some clarification on what I scoped about earlier today. So if you watched that one or you were here, this will help kind of like, I don't know, it kind of was like weighing heavy on my heart because I was being super opinionated about dairy, and then I feel like Ralph, not hating on you by any means, I feel like I was confusing you, and understandably so. So I wanted to address that. But before doing that, I want to say hi, welcome. Thanks so much for joining. My name's Hope. I'm the owner of Hopeful Health, and I'm all about using exercise and nutrition as medicine, specifically for diabetes. So, hi, Billy Ann. So if you have diabetes, thanks so much for joining. I hope I can do my purpose here and teach you a few things. And if you have a family member or friends that have diabetes, be sure to share this broadcast with them, or at least relay the information that you learned to them, and hopefully their lives can be changed too. And no, you are not a dummy. No, I think it helped me so much realize like how to explain myself better and to teach about a process, how it's all a process. This is awesome. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Thanks for joining. Okay, so before I can't turn the light down. My husband's saying it's too bright. I can't turn the light down. I'll get away. Okay, so before I get into that, which I think is going to be super helpful, let's check. So get your meter, and we're going to do a blood sugar check. Y'all, I've been sleeping a lot, so I'm feeling much better. I hope you guys are feeling good too. I wanted to throw that out there because I feel like I have some energy, and it's 9:40, so that's exciting. Okay, I'm checking. Are you checking? I'm gonna ask my husband's opinion real quick. Is the lighting better?
Yeah.
I look like a ghost. Y'all, I've been scoping for like over a month now, and I still can't master the lighting. It's just too hard. And then I'm wearing a white shirt, so that doesn't help. Hi, welcome, Linda. Okay. 110. Yeah, so for the past like 2 hours, I'm finally normal after really struggling getting my blood sugars under control. So 164. What did you have for dinner, young man? 89. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy for you, Billy Ann. I know that's been so hard. Yay! And Ralph, I'd like to know what you had for dinner, because I know you sneak in carbs for dinner. I pay attention to these things. You might think you fall through the crack, but I pay attention. No rapid acting. Good. So awesome to see. You guys are amazing. So good. I didn't have insulin for dinner. I had my chili again with some flaxseed chips because apparently there wasn't enough crunch. By the way, if you end up making that chili, if you like crunchy things and you don't want to add crackers, per my husband's request, we put some green bell peppers and jalapenos in there to add a little bit of crunch. So, fun fact if you want to do that. That stuff's super filling. And then I made my flaxseed chips, which again is just like 1 cup ground flaxseed, 1 cup water, add some seasoning, whatever you want. You put it in the microwave till it gets hard and chip-like, and you got some super fibrous chips that will make you feel like you're going to explode. Fried in coconut oil. Very nice. You got your healthy fats. Good job. Black bean burgers, I'd have to check the packaging on that because it's, a vegetarian option, but sometimes I remember I used to try and be healthy and go down that route, and then I realized it wasn't helping my diabetes. But that's still a better option than anything else you could have had, or other things you could have had. Thanks so much for joining. People are still trickling in, so you guys are awesome. Thank you so very much. Hamburgers and black bean side. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so maybe if you just eaten recently, 164 might just be within your 2-hour window. I don't know when you ate, but remember, you got to factor in all these things when you're thinking about blood sugars. Which, speaking of, you had a few brews. Well, brews will usually drop your blood sugar. Scrambled eggs, white, with tomatoes and avocado sandwich. Okay, sounds good. Love avocados, love eggs. Man, Brazil, what up? Oh my gosh, love when I get international people. It's so cool. Yeah, cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this topic because, like I said, earlier today, I went on my little tangent about, or I guess you could say just like my little soapbox about dairy. It's a recent passion of mine, and I have to go ahead and tell you that just because you have dairy does not mean your diabetes is suffering. So, one thing, let me check my notes too, because I wrote this down, if I can find them, to make sure that I cover what I wanted to tell you. Okay, so my purpose is to teach you how to eat low carb, high fat. That simple. So, in that regards, you guys are totally practicing that. And that's all that really matters in the beginning to get your diabetes under control. Like, truly, whatever high fat you're getting, the healthy fats, and you're knocking out the carbs and not eating them as much, you are on the right track to success, to living without limits and showing your diabetes that, like, yo, you're in control and you've got this. Now, health is a journey. It's absolutely a journey. It's an ongoing journey for myself. I'm always exploring more, researching more, digging in deeper, doing all that fun stuff, and this is where my dairy passion has come from. I guess it's the transition stage, body getting used to it. Yeah. So, actually, okay, I'll backtrack for a second. So, say you decided to not eat any more, like, carb-dense foods. And you were eating bread and having, pasta and all that fun stuff. And you decided to just, like, cold turkey, cut it out. Thanks to me and, trying to teach you a few things about eating low carb. You're probably going to feel kind of crummy at first. What's typically called the keto flu. So you almost feel like you have flu-like symptoms, which sounds terrible, but it usually doesn't last very long. And I actually didn't go through that. My husband, on the other hand, did when he was making that transition. So if you're feeling crummy, it means your body's making this transition to using fat as fuel. So do you feel horrible? I didn't feel bad either. You feel bad, Ralph? It's temporary. And I wish I could blame how I'm feeling now on that, but I don't think that's what it is. And that will happen. That cycle will happen if you eat low carb and then you have a super dense day of carbs and you go low carb again the next day. You will, remember these last 2 days. So you will go through that cycle again. So anytime you go hardcore on the carbs, you're going to go through that keto flu if you've had it in the past. Okay, so you're going through it right now, huh? Okay, and that's interesting that you didn't and your husband did too. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's definitely individually based, but so it sounds like Ralph's going through it too. You've got to keep pushing through. I think the energy level will go down because your body doesn't have sufficient fuel for energy because it's trying to figure out what the heck is going on. But the minute you cross that bridge and you're starting to use fat as fuel, you will feel amazing. Your mind will be clear, you'll have all this great energy, and it's worth $1 million. It's amazing. But that being said, you've got to push through that. And I don't know if the symptoms are like how I'm feeling now or what, but you're such a blessing. You're so sweet. You guys are amazing. I'm just trying to teach what I know. Went down for like 2 days. Okay, so you lost some energy too. I've been eating low carb pretty religiously for a while now, so I can't remember. I think maybe a day I didn't feel well, but all in all, I felt pretty good. But I was checking my ketones because the minute I saw that I had ketones, I was like, yes, I'm in ketosis. And now you're walking. That's so good. Yeah, once you get that energy going, you're ready to freaking go in head first and exercise and do all this great stuff. It's amazing. Okay, so you're going through that. You went through the keto flu. You're feeling like $1 million, and you're like, okay, this is cool. And maybe you do some more research, like I've done. Oh, can you get my charger, real quick? I don't want my phone to die. So, in the bedroom. So you are doing all this, and then you start wanting to just kind of learn a little bit more about your overall health. Your diabetes is looking good, but you're curious about how your body responds to other things. For example, usually gluten is kind of weeded out completely when you go low carb. So a lot of people get bloated with gluten, but you typically weed that out when you go, yeah, he's pretty cool. He's not too shabby. He's a keeper. So that usually is weeded out. But dairy, and this is another interesting fact, which I think, again, the Shawn Stevenson Model Show mentions this, about 75% of the population. Okay, 1 second. Let's fix this. Oh. Me. Thank you. Okay, saves the day. I gotta get my teaching mode. Okay. I gotta adjust this. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna mention that video too, so no worries. We're gonna hit home with all this. So he mentions that about 75% of the population is actually has a dairy allergy, so they're lactose intolerant, and a lot of us don't know it. And oh, you listened to the Shawn Stevenson show? What'd you think about it? Let me know. I'm gonna keep talking, but I'm gonna try and read your comments. So about 75% of the population, and so that typically maybe it doesn't make you sick, but it might make you feel like bloated or something of the sort. That's just a quick example. And okay, you listen to Scary Dairy. Share your thoughts on here so other people can see it. I thought it was amazing. Maybe, I don't know, it's just an eye-opener. And so you start wanting to learn like how your body might respond to dairy, and maybe just try and not have it for 21 days or 30 days and see how you feel, and if you feel any different. Dairy doesn't, I mean, some people eat dairy and they nothing's ever wrong with them. They feel great. Like, we're individuals. So you definitely want to do your own research, which is how, when I'm not on here at all, fasts are great. What do you mean fast? Like fasting your body? Like going through an actual food fast? Yes, it's scary that we have been drinking it. Yeah, it's so scary. And you want to do your own research and see if it would be beneficial for you. But, like, you make this transition of low carb, high fat, and then you start adding and learning, like, okay, dairy's a great source of fat, but maybe I should focus on my oils and my avocados and my coconut instead of getting it from dairy. Yes, oh my gosh, Melissa, the calcium thing is so interesting because you're always told to drink milk because it has calcium, but our bodies can't even really absorb the calcium that's in the milk. You need to make sure, if you're still on this scope and you haven't seen the Scary Dairy podcast from Shawn Stevenson, go listen to it because it really is good. And I wish I could claim that all that information with my own research, but it's not. Yeah, and the podcast is actually, if you have Facebook, you can, I posted it probably last week on my Facebook page, and, need no? Oh, vitamin A? No, so you can get, if you eat your fruits and, okay, I always say fruits and veggies because it's habitual, but you eat your veggies, you get the things that you need, and other sources are actually better in calcium. I think like kale has a higher rate of calcium, and I could be wrong about that, but from what I can remember, like some of your veggies are better sources of the vitamins and minerals. It's pretty crazy. So I love kale too. We made kale chips tonight again, and we scarf them down. They're so good, full of great vitamins and minerals, and we put it with, I think we did olive oil, but it's healthy fats. So anyways, if you are on Facebook, go look at the Hopeful Health Facebook page and scroll through, and I actually posted the podcast there. So if you have trouble finding the Shawn Stevenson show and finding that Scary Dairy episode, check out my Facebook page. I shared it there. My podcast, whenever I post on my Facebook page about podcasts, they don't get much love. Facebook doesn't like to show it to people. So it's not going to have many likes or anything because it doesn't, I don't know why, it reaches like 10 people when I do that. So go listen to it. And secondly, the documentary that other person was talking about, and I apologize, I didn't see the name. It was like Power Pack Battery. It is $3.99 to rent on Amazon, and just like my page, thank you, appreciate it. And yeah, you have to rent it. So I didn't realize that. One, you could buy it for like $12, or you can rent it from Amazon for like $4. And it's about an hour and a half long. I have it up. I haven't rented it because I wasn't going to watch it today once I realized it wasn't like a free documentary. But I'm very interested in watching it. Y'all, once you start learning some of this stuff, or maybe it's just me, maybe I'm crazy, but you want more. Like, you become hungry to learn and how to treat your body and how to take care of it. Once you master your diabetes, which you guys are well on your way of doing that, then looking into this other stuff is only going to help you more. So I wanted to clarify that, because you'll notice, if you hang tight with me long enough, you'll notice that I do have dairy recipes, and there's times where I've shown like my chicken and broccoli Alfredo, and it's got a lot of dairy in it, and it's good stuff, and it's so filling. But in the meantime, while I was making those, I'm finding dairy substitutes. So like, and they are failing me at the moment. It's experimenting, which is why some of the things I've been working on you have not seen yet, because it's all about experimenting, is substituting like a non-dairy option for heavy cream, for example. And yeah, I'm so proud of you guys. You're hungry for learning more. Like, it's an amazing feeling to know that you are helping your diabetes, helping your overall health. Like, it's so rewarding, and you feel so good. And so, like I said, I'm not completely dairy free. I use whey protein still sometimes because we have a ton. It sneaks in and other things, but I try not to just straight up eat cheese, because I used to take a block of cheese, real talk y'all, take a block of cheese and just eat it, and it was delicious. But, oh, that was another thing. If you listen to that podcast, he talks about how addicting cheese is and how it acts like a drug. And I think, and correct me, Melissa, if I'm wrong, because I haven't listened to it super recently, like, if you were a cocaine addict and you were having withdrawals, if you were given cheese, it would like satisfy your withdrawal. Is that correct? I think it's something like that, which is mind-boggling. It's crazy. So cheese is, yes, whey. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's bizarre, and it's scary that food can have such control over you like that. So I would like to rid my life of it at least a little bit, or eat more like whole cheeses, raw cheeses, what have you. So it's a little lesson I wanted to teach you, and apologize for any confusion I previously, led you to. I didn't want you to be confused, but I am all about teaching. Yeah. Oh, he said morphine. Okay, it was something like that. I wanted to say, okay, that makes sense. Cocaine, morphine, kind of similar back things, but no problem. So you will always hear me promoting low carb, high fat. You take it how you can, and then I share my experience with you. You're on the ride with me. We're on the same trip together, basically, and I'm just one step ahead. And so I teach you what I know and what I'm learning, and you implement what you can, I implement what I can, and we go from there. But absolutely, if you are cutting back those carbs, you're already 3/4 of the way there. So I am so proud of all of you that have stuck out with Hopeful Health so far and made changes. Like, it's huge. It's huge. So let me make sure this is it. Yeah. So that's all I really wanted to share tonight. Some clarification, and continue to do your research. Go listen to that podcast. And it's the China Study Guide. Does my company name show up? My name is Abel. Yeah, okay, you're Abel. Okay, I see it. Yeah, your company name showed up before. And I was like, Power Pack Batteries? I think that's what it was. Yeah, so we were just talking about how we're going to rent it. I think from Amazon I can rent it for $4. What was random? Oh, the China Study Guide. So go go educate yourself. Go listen to the podcast. It's actually a really long podcast. It's one of his longer ones, but it's so intriguing. And he's just got a good voice to listen to anyways. He keeps you super in tune, so it's fun. And then watch the Forks Over Knives. Netflix has it. Oh, that's good to know. I don't have Netflix. Well, we're actually going to start Netflix, so maybe I should do that instead. That would be a good idea. That could be the first thing that we watch, because I'm very intrigued. And if I watch it before anyone else does, then I will tell you guys what I learn. How's that sound? I was driving and listening. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. And I don't know if any of you, I can't remember. Yesterday we talked about doing goal setting on Sundays. But if you, and yesterday we kind of did it for yesterday. But if you weren't there, you can tell me or set a goal for the rest of this week related to diabetes or your health. And on Sunday nights, we're going to review an accomplishment we had for the week and then set new goals for the next week. So just so you know, because that's going to be a regular thing that we're going to start doing. And I feel like I didn't have everyone on board when I announced that yesterday. And okay, you can only rent from Netflix. Good to know. So I'm going to stick with Amazon because, as you guys know, I do everything from Amazon. Drink our water. Huh? I don't know what that was. Oh yeah, drink more water. That's what you're trying to say. Yeah, we're going to do it. So if you weren't here yesterday, I think Melissa shared one of hers, and that's all I remember off the top of my head, and Billy Ann. And so if you weren't here, you don't have to share in the comments necessarily, because I know some things are more private, but you better be working on it, because Sunday we're going to review, and I would like for you to share and vocalize your accomplishment for the week. And then we'll do more goal setting again. So drinking more water is good. This is my water bottle. I'm still drinking. It's good stuff. I like it. Drinking more water. So that is all I have for you tonight. I am heading to bed so I can get up and feel good tomorrow and be productive. Thank you guys so much for the love, the smiley faces, the hearts, everything, and for your time. Above all else, you guys give me so much time, and time is really like one of the most valuable things that we all have, and it means so much to me. So thank you so much for giving your time, and I continue to hope that I can help you. Yeah, no problem. Absolutely. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.